Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Raman!
Have you ever had a feeling of inferiority complex, or you felt that your life is miserable? Yes. So on those moments, you might have heard people telling you, change yourself to change your life. Right? Many of you? Yes. What if over the next 6 minutes, I told you that you don't have to change at all to change your life? Would you like to hear? Yes. All right. As you see, I walk with my crutch. I had this permanent disability out of polio. When I was 6 months old, I got stuck with this virus. My life was miserable. Through my struggles to get over my permanent disability and the complexes it came with, I had learned that the answer to those moments is your self-connection. The strong bond you develop with yourself and find your clearer self. Over the last 40 years, I have witnessed the power of self-connectedness, which has transformed me from an inferiority complex-ridden person to someone with who could improve his performance. Would you like to hear how self-connectedness can help you in your life? Yes. All right. Let me take you back in time. I was 6 years old, partially paralyzed in my body. In order to go to school, I had to wear these 20 kg ironclad leg braces. Living back there in India, there wasn't much awareness about this. So I was put to school where I was the only disabled guy in the class. So in that spirit of trying to be one among all of them, I tried to keep pace with them. One day, I was returning from my school with my classmates, and along the way, I was dragging my ironclad leg to keep pace with them, to match steps with them, but they were really fast. I couldn't keep pace with them, and they left me, laughed at me, called me cripple, and ran away. That 1 hour I had taken to walk to my home, that wasn't the real pain. The real pain was feeling of being left behind and not being socially accepted. Have you ever felt that feeling? Yes. Yeah. It was very bad. I felt very bad. But then I thought, realistically, I am disabled. Genuinely, there are many things I cannot do. So it's all about being realistic about your ecosystem, that what you can do and what you cannot do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my first nugget for you. Identify your limitations and boundaries. Be realistic about that, what you can do and what you cannot do. As I grew up, I was 8 years old. I was still walking with these braces on my leg. But that wasn't acceptable to me. I couldn't accept it. One day, I came home and shed away my braces in the corner. My mother and father looked at me with disbelief and pity. How I'm going to manage without braces? Do you wonder too? Yeah. I took on it myself. I shed away my fears along with my braces. At night, I used to sneak out, taking my wooden crutch. I'll walk on the lonely street of the city, walking for hours and hours in the dark, not even being fearful about the stray dogs over there. That's how I conquered my fear. And today, I'm standing in front of you. I have traveled around the globe on my crutch. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my second nugget for you. You have to identify what you can accept about yourself and what you cannot accept about yourself. And something you cannot accept, you have to put your pain, your grief, and your energy and time to change that. Do you believe that every one of us has some unique capabilities and advantages over others? But have you thought that even your limitation could be your X factor? Yeah, that's what happened with me. I was in this school. We were part of the study group along with other friends. What I found is I was able to finish the homework and other assignments faster than anybody else. It's not that I was smarter than them. What struck me is that I could sit for hours and hours because of my lack of mobility. Voila! All of a sudden, my limitation became my X factor. I could sit, I could read, I could write, I could think, I could learn, I could do many other wondrous things. That early detection of X factor is probably why I earned over half a century of international credentials, 2 doctorates, and I wrote 15 books. So that's my third nugget to you, that identify what are your advantages or X factor and learn to leverage it. So in order to build a stronger connection with yourself, all you have to do is 3 things. Number 1, you have to identify your limitations and boundaries. Number 2, you have to understand what you are not going to accept and what you're going to do about it. And number 3, you have to leverage your advantages or X factors. That's the amazing power of self-connectedness, what I have witnessed myself. It gave me the clearer self, and it gave me the power to put all my effort on my clearer and stronger self. You will notice this amazing power of self-connectedness once you start practicing. Self-connectedness is an idea to connect with yourself. Please connect with me if you want me to talk about self-connectedness and how it can change your life without changing yourself. Thank you very much.